Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to talk to you guys today. Today's video is about how to fall in love with life. I think it's easy to lose track and lose sight of how much we have to be grateful for and how much opportunity there is to make our life amazing. I'm going to kind of give you guys some guidelines on how you can shift your mindset. The first thing to do is to romanticize normal activities in your everyday. For example, if you are dreading studying, put on a cute outfit or a cozy outfit and go to a nice cafe, order yourself a little coffee and croissant. I literally see people on YouTube posting like study vlogs, making it into something cutesy. And I feel like that's a really good approach, casting a rose-colored lens on those things, or just adding small elements to make them more enjoyable. If you don't want to exercise, maybe go biking or running on a really nice park path, as opposed to just going to the gym and running on a treadmill. Cleaning your house even, you can put on a nice album and light a candle and just vibe out, dance. There's a way to make anything enjoyable, even those tasks that you find really, really annoying. Recently, I'm trying to encourage myself to read more, so I'll go to a nice patio or somewhere outdoors, maybe bring some snacks and I'll bring a book and just kind of have my little vibe going on, or I'll draw myself a nice bath, light a candle. It makes me look forward to actually reading. The vibe that I'm setting for myself is a nice and enjoyable environment. I feel like that goes a long way in how you view certain activities and how you enjoy them. Sometimes it even helps to build a vision board for yourself, build a study vision board, a fitness vision board. Having that vision board will make you more excited to do those things because you're laying it out in a very aesthetic way where you're I want to embody that. And you're romanticizing an activity that, you might in your head without that vision board think, oh, this is lame, this is boring, or I'm not super excited to do something like that. I'm not motivated to do something like that. So it helps to kind of have a vision in your head of what it could look like and be excited for that. So kind of related to the first point, I think my second point in how to fall in love with life is to see things from the perspective of a child. Children have an amazing way of looking at the world because everything is exciting and fascinating for them. Do you guys remember when you guys were kids and you would go outside and you would be so amazed that if you run, the moon will follow you? And even if now you know the science behind it or you see it every single night, it's still the same moon, right? So obviously when things are new or unseen, they're more fascinating. I'm not saying that you should try to treat everything like it's novel or it's new. It's not realistic. But just try not to, treat everything as ordinary, because there's nothing ordinary about anything in life. It's extraordinary that we even exist. The fact that you were even created to experience this life. The chances of you specifically existing in this point in time were so infinitesimally small that it shouldn't be anything less than extraordinary, the experiences that we're having in this lifetime. Number 3 is to try the things that you've always thought about doing. You would be surprised at the long list of things that people wish that they've done or people have thought about doing but never did. If you're someone that doesn't like to try new things, you're really blocking yourself from the opportunity to discover and to potentially fall in love with new things, right? In relation to what I just said about, keeping that fascination and keeping that excitement from the perspective of a child, how are you going to be able to do that if you're never willing to try new things? And as humans, we really like our comfort. When we like things, we keep doing them, but life is not limited to the things that we know that we like. It's such a tiny fraction of the experiences that are possible within this world. And I know this is such a simple analogy, but I think it's hard for people to actually implement in real life. If you know you like chocolate ice cream, and so you get chocolate ice cream every single time. You've never tried vanilla ice cream. Because you've never tried vanilla ice cream, you don't know that you love vanilla ice cream. But maybe once you try it, then you can get 2 scoops of ice cream. You can get chocolate and you can get vanilla. You can experience both. Like, it's so funny because I have a friend who before she did not like bubble tea, she did not like matcha, and she was like convinced that she did not like these things. And she finally tried bubble tea and she finally tried matcha, and like now all the time she's like, let's get bubble tea, let's get matcha. Trying new things can only add to your current experience, right? And if you don't like it, then at least you know that you don't like it and you won't do it again. But if you never try, you'll never give yourself that opportunity to open up a new door. That also goes for like your passions in life, right? Like activities that you do, jobs that you seek. Like, don't limit yourself because it's something that you've never done before or you feel like you don't have the experience for it. You're never gonna know if it's suitable to you unless you try. I recently felt like I was getting a little too comfortable, a little too in my shell. I'm also 24, so I'm in a very like critical stage in my life where like I'm trying to figure things out and like I don't know where to start. And the answer was so simple. You think that it's so complicated and you overanalyze and overthink every move, but it's really simple. Just try things out until you find what you like. Just experience things. And even if it doesn't work out, it's still super valuable to be able to open up your perspective and to have that diverse set of experiences, because it's going to make you more well-rounded and it's going to make you understand yourself better. Regardless if you're trying something that you end up not liking, or you end up going into a job or starting an activity that you end up feeling like, okay, like this is not me, it's still gonna bring you closer to who you are authentically, which is going to make you love your life more because you're getting closer to yourself. So number 4 is don't live in regret. The easiest way to fall out of love with your life is to constantly be living in regret. Sometimes we try things and sometimes they don't work out for you, right? Everything that unfolds in your life is written by God. It's written by the universe. Sometimes you just need to understand that that was meant to happen to bring you closer to where you need to be. I feel like it's something that I'm still working on. Even for like the small decisions in my life, sometimes I'm like, oh, like I regret doing that, or I wish I did this instead. It takes away so much enjoyment in your life to fixate on things that could have gone differently. And it's gonna make it hard for you to look forward to other things in your life. Also, I kind of touched on it in my Reclaim Your Power video. It's really about like detachment, not living in regret, and understanding how things play in your life and just having some trust in that. We all make mistakes in life, big or small, but our life nor our character is defined by our mistakes. The only thing that would allow your life or your character to be defined by your mistakes is yourself. Don't forget that you are in control. Our life is not defined by our mistakes. However, it is important how we manage and react to the mistakes that we've made. Like if I asked you what makes a good story or what makes a good book, you're not gonna tell me it's a book where the character is just happy all the time, never faces any hardship, never makes any mistakes, and makes no personal development. Like, no. What makes a good story, what makes a good book, what makes a good movie, seeing a character face a problem, face a hardship, overcoming something, some serious character development. There's a reason why we enjoy movies, books that are like that, because otherwise everything would be flat. There would be nothing to look forward to. So in those moments where you're facing a hardship or you're facing a mistake that you might have made, look towards how you can overcome that, what you can learn from that. You are the main character in your life, and so you get to decide how your plot goes. I'm not saying that you should completely live for the plot and just be reckless so that it can be a juicy, dramatic story. I think it's still important to have a certain level of self-awareness, but don't fixate on not having a certain outcome, because it's going to cause you anguish and it's going to take away your appreciation for what might be in front of you or what is to come. So number 5 kind of ties everything back together, and that is to be grateful for the small things. And when I say the small things, I mean the things that you might not even think about being grateful for until you realize they're gone. If I told you to name 10 things right now that you're grateful for, how long would it take you? Like, I think it might not be easy for everyone to just think about 10 things off the top of their head, what they're grateful for. But you're probably discounting some major things. Like, for example, your five senses. That's five things right there. Your eyesight, your hearing, your ability to taste, like being able to smell, being able to breathe, touch things, being able to use your two legs and walk, your device, your electricity, your internet, your home, your forms of transportation. These are all basic things that we take for granted. Again, you think that they're trivial until you don't have them. A lot of us don't realize how good we actually have it, because there are people in this world that don't have some of the things that I just listed. There are people who are handicapped. There are people who are homeless. There are people who don't have access to clean water, don't have access to clean air. There are people who live in war-torn countries. And it's so funny because oftentimes the people with the least in this world, any small thing that they do receive, they're able to appreciate it so much more than a lot of us that have so much. So when we're given something that's very small, we're like, oh my God, like it's nothing to me. You might not think to be grateful for something as simple as a glass of water in the morning, but if you're able to really appreciate all of those small things, I promise you, you're gonna see life in a completely different way. So to that, I would say that every day when you wake up, try to think about a couple things that you're grateful for. Even better if you say them out loud, if you write them down in your journal. I feel like it really sets a good tone for your day to be able to notice things and appreciate them. I think it really grounds us in understanding how amazing our lives actually are. It just takes the right mindset to see that. That kind of wraps up the video today. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope that this was helpful to you, and I hope it makes you realize that falling in love with your life doesn't require anything material or to have certain things that you don't have. It's really just about shifting your mindset. I'd love to see in the comments below anything that you guys practice that makes you love your life a little bit more, even if it's something small, a small habit that you do every day. I'm here to learn just as much as you guys are. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.